everybody, it is me, Everyone's Confusing, and today we're here talking about how many kilograms are the dumbbells you lift, episode 3. So we got introduced to a new character, which is the teacher character, named Tachibana Satomi. That reaction face was super hilarious, seeing how she had the exact similar reactions that we saw the main character Hibiki have for the past 2 episodes. And I also really like it how how they also showed how apparently in only 3 episodes Hibiki's stamina has increased, and she's able to actually do workouts without being tired instantly and without being sore instantly. So she was doing they actually did dumbbell workouts this episode, which is funny because we haven't seen them do it in the past episodes. We saw doing this episode. We saw them doing ones where you rotate your arm and then lift it up to your shoulders. And I think that I have done that before. Maybe because I usually don't do that when I work out. Well, maybe I should. I usually only do the machines and that's it. But then we saw them doing it. And we saw how apparently Hibiki and Kemi apparently did it for 3 sets of I guess 10. And then the teacher was, but Hibiki and Kemi were doing Hibiki was doing 4 kg, and then Kemi was using 6 kg. But the teacher, when she joined the gym, she was only doing 2 kg. Now I don't know what that is in pounds, but I can just assume that that's probably really low. That's probably really low since it was a 2, and I can't believe that she was having such a hard time with it. Even if you had your first time in the gym, I don't think it would be that hard to do 10 with only 2 kg. The beginning of the episode, we saw how the teacher actually joined the gym, and she joined the gym because her coworker told her about it. The only reason why her coworker told her about it is because she said that she's getting fat. But when you look at her, especially when her coworker looked at her, you can't notice it whatsoever. I think that this goes with the thing where especially girls more than boys are very concerned about their weight, even though that they don't need to be, especially when they're super skinny. For some reason, they're very infatuated with just getting skinnier and skinnier until they become sticks. And you don't really need to do that. You're allowed to be certain types of weights. You shouldn't be fat because it's a health thing, and you need to get to the healthy amount that you're able to be at. You could be kind of chubby and you're still okay, or kind of skinny and be okay, but you need to have that medium within there that she has, but for some reason she's has a problem with it since she joins the gym based on her friend's recommendation. And then from the opening song we can see that her coworker ends up joining the gym too, unless she's only in the opening song just because she's the coworker. And then we saw how she gets to the gym and she's just I hope that there's no other I hope that there's no students here, or there's no or there's no student parents here, because I don't want my work life and my private life to get intertwined together. She was also very worried because apparently the gym is only 2 blocks away from the school. Now that is a very quick map. You just need to turn a corner, turn another corner, turn another corner, and you're there. That's so easy. That would be the most fastest gym ever. But to be honest, I think that there's a gym close to my house that's like that too, where I just need to walk down the street, turn right, turn left, and then it's there. So I guess gyms are super close if you're in a populated area. One funny scene that we saw is how apparently Tachibana got sucked in to the gym just like Hibiki did with the instructor there, Machio the guy, and she sees him there and she's just oh, awestruck, and then he's like, do you want to work out with Hibiki and Akemi? And then she does the same thing that Hibiki did in the first episode, where she has lovey-dovey eyes and says sign me up, and she just has that gray tinge on the screen. That was really funny, seeing how she joined exactly like Hibiki because of Machio. That seems to be a tactic with this gym, because it seems like every other man there is super muscular and muscular, but then you see Machio, the only guy that can switch between super skinny and normal, having a nice smile, to being a ginormous man with his nice smile. Hibiki was talking to Tachibana, as Tachibana explained to Machio that apparently when she works out at home, she gets sore super easily, and that she keeps on because she keeps on working on the sore area, she gets more sore really quicker. And then Hibiki mentions to the teacher that apparently since she's an older woman, then that means that you won't lose weight as much as when you do as you're young. And then she got really mad at her, and that's where we saw that reaction face. That was super funny. And to be honest, her getting mad at Hibiki was, I guess I can understand it, because girls don't like being told about their weight. But at the same time, what she said was true based on whatever age the teacher is, because I'm pretty sure that if you're it's harder, I think, if you're above 30. I think that when you're above 30, it gets a little bit harder, but at the same time, you can still do it. But I'm pretty sure that if you're in your 40s or 50s, then it's going to be a little bit harder, but you could still lose weight. So maybe what Hibiki said was just that thing. I can't believe that even though it's a girl saying it, the girl still gets traumatized by it instead of a guy doing it. I guess it's even worse if a guy does it. But for the first time in this episode, it was pretty good, and I can't wait to see what the rest of this episode has to offer. Okay, so I don't really need. Okay, so I don't really have much to say about the middle section of this episode between the 9 minute mark and the 16-minute mark. So then we saw them leaving the gym with the teacher, and then Hibiki and Akemi leave, and then the teacher goes off to like go to her home, and we see her at her home. And to be honest, when it showed like her secret of her having like a mysterious tan line near her belly button, I honestly thought that she was I'm just going this because I'm just saying this because my mind just went to the worst place possible. I was thinking that maybe she was into S&M maybe and she had like a suit and stuff like that. But then no, apparently her secret hobby that was going on is that apparently she was a cosplayer, and then like it showed like photos of her in costumes about what her secret life is. Even though that's not going to go much into detail because she's just a side character, like a supporting character. Is that we see like her in all different kinds of cosplays, and you see like her with her big chest. To be honest, I noticed that her chest was kind of big when we saw her at the start of this episode, but then seeing her in those costumes, I was like, damn, that was some anime character things right there. First, we saw how big Hibikis were, and then after that, we went into a scene where we go to the next day with Hibiki, Akemi, and Hibiki's friend Ayaka at school together, and it's lunchtime, and they're all like preparing. They're like all taking out their bento boxes, and Ayaka takes out hers. It's a small one. Akemi takes out hers. It's like even smaller, and then we see Hibiki just take out this huge chug of it, and it's like a multi-layered bento box that's like one, two, three, four or five layers with like 6 or 7 things in it, and then she like opens it up, and then they're like asking her what's in it. She opens up, and it's just like fried chicken, chicken nuggets, like steak, and like French fries and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, what's in that box? And then like they start going to discussion about like diets and stuff like that, and saying how like it works and stuff like that. Saying how like they were talking about calories, and they were like showing off like how Akemi's like bento box is like a diet, and there's like only rice, and there's like fried fish and stuff like that, and they're like fried like broccoli and cucumbers and stuff like that. And then Hibiki says that she'll do the diet that Akemi suggests, but then she gives up. And then Akemi's just like, wait, you can still eat the fried food. You just need to have cheat meals and stuff like that. And I think I've heard about cheat meals. Are cheat meals do actually with the way that they describe cheat meals this episode? Is that actually true, or is that just like something that you can just skip? Because like I've heard that is a thing, but then some people don't do it. So maybe it's just like a thing that they're saying this in order to encourage people to do that in case people like are learning to like maybe go to the gym because of the series. So then Hibiki decides to have a cheat meal day before she does the diet. Even before she does the diet, we see a scene of her like going to the restaurant, and she just says, "I'm gonna have my cheat meal now. I don't want to start my diet first." And then she just starts eating like food, like a steak and like a huge plate of spaghetti and like another thing. She's like scooping it up, and then Akemi and Ayaka are just like, wait, you shouldn't do this. You have to get used to the diet first. And then apparently, maybe we'll see her have her diet and to see if she can like go like a full month of like eating just that diet and then like having one day in a month. Or maybe it's like, or is it once a week? Is it once a week that's a cheat meal, or is that like once a month? I think it's once a month that's supposed to happen if that is a thing. That whole entire explanation was something that I can't really add upon because like you need to watch in order to understand it, and I don't really want to like recap it. But it was definitely a very good and interesting like demonstration. I'm definitely gonna like maybe watch this again in order to understand things for myself, and maybe I need to look into this because that was definitely very interesting. I need to learn more about this. So yeah, I'll be back in a few seconds to review the ending of this episode. Back after watching the ending of this episode, I gotta say that I can't believe that after the after credit scene, after the ending song where they showed like demonstrations like that, I like how they had every single girl there to do the dumbbell curl that we saw earlier in this episode. We saw them all there doing the demonstration along with Machio. So in the last parts of this episode, all of them appearing at a cosplay like gathering place, and we saw how apparently, because I saw the preview for this episode last week, I saw the preview for this episode, and I saw a girl with pink hair, and I was like, who's this random girl with pink hair? But then we saw how apparently Satomi the teacher apparently dressed up as a pink-haired sailor uniform girl and was at the cosplay event getting her picture taken. But then we randomly saw the main character Hibiki and the main character Akemi there randomly walking around, and as soon as the teacher hears their voices, she gets worried and she becomes reactionary. And I think that those are the type of people that can't keep a secret. How she's being very reactionary to them. Like if she just stood there and kept on posing for the camera, she probably would have just not have been able to do it. But I really like how she has reactionary shots, just like the main character. Because for the longest time, like I thought that I liked Akemi's like ones, but they were like very like like they were very generic and stuff like that. But I really like it how these two had very like awesome ones that we saw, because I really enjoyed how those happened in the first two episodes. So seeing her doing it was pretty awesome. It was pretty cool seeing her also in her cosplay outfit and stuff like that. We also saw how apparently Machio was also at the event, and that's why the two girls were there, because apparently Machio invited them because he was going to cosplay there. And when I saw Machio's outfit, the one that he was cosplaying, I actually recognized it too. Apparently, like everyone, and even the people in the anime recognize it, and probably lots of people that watch this probably recognize what he was as. I didn't know what it was from. They did say what it was from, but I've never heard of it before. But that costume looks so similar to me that, like, even though that I've never seen it or heard of it, I knew what it was. Like just seeing him wear it, even I knew who it was. And then they even like mentioned it in the show that the only people that didn't know who it was, or just there's like no one that wouldn't know who it is. And we saw how apparently the teacher at the cosplay event didn't even know who it was, didn't even know what it was from. And then like I think he said like it would be impossible for someone not to know what this is because of how mainstream it is or something like that. And then like the teacher's like, I don't know, I've never even heard of this. And then I like it how she like her reaction shots that she had towards that was pretty awesome. And we saw how there was a whole bunch of people. We saw how there was people taking pictures of just the teacher. But then once people saw Machio in his costume, all of the people just gathered and then just went over to him and were just taking pictures of him. And we saw him just like like do like a scene, and he saw him like muscling up, and you see him rip open his cosplay. It's like, dude, do you know how much money those clothes probably cost him? And now it's all tattered and gone. He literally just like broke a leather jacket, a t-shirt, like pants and everything, and he's just like okay with it. But I guess like with him having a job, he probably has lots of money at that gym place. And then the episode ended with like the teacher like walking away from the event out of her costume, and then Hibiki notices her and it's like, what's the teacher doing here? And the teacher ends up just freezing. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get caught. And then after that, Hibiki doing a little bit of a sly face and like, I know why you were here. Then we saw like the teacher like being all scared and be like, oh, I'm gonna be found out. And then like she's just like, oh, you're secretly like trying to get like a dojinshi or something like that, like a semi hentai book, or is that just basically a hentai book? And then she's just like, yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm the ones that cosplaying like Machio was. And then after that, the episode ended with like the narrator saying, and thus another misunderstanding has been born, just like how this episode was with her naughty activity that was surfaced earlier because she didn't want people to know about her cosplaying. But yeah, this episode was definitely very interesting. Definitely really enjoyed it. I'm probably not going to review the next few episodes. I'm probably just going to stop reviewing the series after the third episode because I think I am done talking about it because I think that we pretty much said everything that I need to say. And yeah, if you enjoyed my thoughts and opinions on this episode, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy this, whatever you dislike. And yeah, I'll see you guys in any other reviews that I do in any other series. And yeah, bye. See you later.